mean she hasn't seen her mother in 35 years?
That's right. Some bureaucratic moron lost her file. You'd be surprised how many displaced persons are still displaced.
After all that time, she still took the train from New York?
All that time, what difference does it make? A flight from Bucharest was her first and really frightened her. Magda Nicolescu?
Yes?
Joe Rossi, Los Angeles Tribune.
Oh, at this moment I am so very nervous.
Yeah, how long has it been since you saw your mother?
37 years. 37 years next month. I thought she was dead. Can you remember the last time you saw her? Oh, yes. She was sick then, and it was very cold. They send the old and the sick to the left, and they send the young and the healthy to the right. And she went to the left.
When did you realize she was still alive?
2 years ago. I got a letter from a group that helped refugees. Just like that it comes. After these years, a letter come, and my mother is alive.
Do you think you'll know her?
A daughter would always know her mother. There she is.
Lisa? Hell of a story, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a hell of a story.
There's nothing in the world to equal it.
You might want to add this to the budget.
Hang on a minute, Charlie. We got breaking news here.
In Mario's veal piccata, he slices the veal so thin you can read through it.
Lou found a restaurant. That is news.
The lemon sauce. Where Mario gets his lemons, he's not telling, but you and I can't buy them.
I say the only way to judge an Italian restaurant is by the fettuccine. Is that any good?
Good. 100 years ago, he'd have been burned as a witch.
Lou, did you read my reunion piece?
Not yet.
Where did you find this place?
It's Slug Reunion.
I was out in Pasadena. I'm never in Pasadena. And I was trying to get back on the freeway. Now, did you ever try to find a freeway on-ramp in Pasadena? They hide them. So I was wending my way west on the surface streets, and I was somewhere between Eagle Rock and Glendale, working up a huge appetite, and I see this place, Mario's Trattoria. The best Italian food since Minneapolis.
How's the capital of North America?
Got that mother-daughter reunion.
What was she worried about?
Huh? She said the whole story kind of got to her. Yeah, it kind of did. I guess it means more to her than most people. What do you mean? Well, she's adopted.
Adopted? I didn't know that.
So, Lou, when are you going to take us to Mario's?
Find your own Marios.
Grazie. Un po' più di vino. You like it?
Go it up.
Hey, è italiano?
Yeah.
Where are you people from?
Jersey City.
Ah, yes. I heard of it.
What about the parents who raised you?
My dad died a few years ago. My mother's wonderful. I couldn't love her more. But who do I come from? When I was a teenager, I used to have this picture of my real mother as this poor old lady washing dishes in a truck stop at night, alone with her thoughts.
Lisa, have you asked your mother about your background?
She doesn't know. She brought me out from North Carolina when I was 4.
You can always write the Department of Records there.
Oh, I tried that. Nothing.
I read about a place where people who are adopted and want to meet their real parents can register, and parents who want to find their natural children can do the same. This agency tries to put them together.
Oh, I know. I'm registered, but no luck so far. It might be impossible.
Don't say that word around reporters. You can always find these things out if you know how to dig. Can't be different than tracking down a story.
If I was in your shoes, I'm not sure I'd want to do that. I'd think it over first.
Why do I feel like I'm in high school, sneaking around behind my mother's back?
Because you are. Did you ever think of telling her what you're trying to do?
Of course I have, but it would really hurt her feelings. She's been great to me. This is the oldest album we have.
What'd you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, cowgirl or a nun.
Which one were you here?
When did you ever see a nun wearing a six-shooter? Joe, what are we supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Maybe I'll know when we find it.
Oh, I really hate to see you go to all this trouble.
That's what an investigation is, trouble. You should have seen what I went through when I nailed that Board of Education guy with a phony military record. It's drudgery, but it's part of the job. Hey, what is this?
Oh, that's my baptismal record. Lisa Ann Carruthers, that's me. Margaret and Jack Carruthers, my adoptive parents.
Nothing we didn't already know. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. The glue's old.
What is this?
What?
Looks like a number. 569904-5-3, or is it a 7? It's hard to tell.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It could be something. It looks official.
Well, I think it's Margaret's handwriting.
Lisa?
Oh, hi, Mom! We're up here! God, I don't want her to see this. I don't want her to know.
How will she?
She just will. Is it okay to come up? Just give Joe a chance to get his clothes on.
Oh, Lisa's just showing me some of her photos. She may have some talent.
I think you find the lights better in the living room.
Right.
Did you have a chance to look at that apartment? Oh, it wasn't an apartment, really. More of a converted garage. Almost converted. I was afraid I'd be asleep and a car would drive in. I'm sure you'll find something. Soon.
So you think it might be the number of her adoption file? I don't know. It might be worth a shot. Do you know anybody in Greensboro?
No. Greensboro's in North Carolina.
That's very good, Donovan.
Chapel Hill is in North Carolina.
Could you save the geography lesson?
University of North Carolina is in Chapel Hill. You might try finding somebody who graduated from the School of Journalism there.
Who? Do you still keep in touch with anybody from down there? Can you contact that good old boy in networking yours?
You mean the Terrio Typing and Chowder Society?
Yeah, the guys in journalism.
Well, I could check around, see if there's still any survivors in Greensboro.
That's great. Let me know what you find out.
You too.
You do what?
You sure you want to get involved in that?
The girl wants to find her mother.
That's my point exactly. You went through your childhood once, why go back to your past? High school reunions are traumatic enough. Not now, Corinne. There's a deadline snapping at me like a wild alligator.
Slightly overwrought, darling. I love the metaphor. I happen to know that your deadline was passed 20 minutes ago. Now, once again, dear, what about it?
About what?
The little Italian ristorante in Eagle Rock.
It's not a restaurant. It's just a joint. Your friends would like it.
Sounds adorable.
Anyway, it's not in Eagle Rock. It's in Glendale. Carmine's bit of Italy.
I was just going to take my sister there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You wouldn't have told me so easily. What's the real name, Lou, and where is it?
Gee, I forget.
I know I can be candid with you, Lou. It would be a wonderful coup if I could present my readers with an amusing new restaurant. But no, Mr. Grant doesn't want a restaurant to prosper. Oh, if only I could be like you, ruthless.
Don't worry, Corinne. You're getting there.
Hello?
Lisa, it's me, Joe. I have something to tell you. Something big. I never said told you so. But you remember that number we found on the back of that baptismal certificate? And I thought it looked official.
Yeah?
Well, it was. Donovan came through. A friend of his who still works for a newspaper in Greensboro traced that number. It's your adoption file.
Just like that? What did he find out?
Well, you have the name of your natural mother. Sure you want to know?
Yes.
It's Augusta Swan Hart.
That's pretty.
Not as pretty as yours, Alexandra Hart.
Cheeseburger.
Hamburger, and instead of the coleslaw, I'll have scotch. Hi. Here.
Oh, Lisa.
Hi, you want to order?
I couldn't eat. Look what just came from North Carolina. I think it's my birth certificate.
Already?
Yeah, your friend sent it express mail. Gee, that was nice of him.
Come on, come on. Aren't you going to open it? I'm dying to find out what's inside.
Well, maybe she'd rather open it when she's alone.
No, she wouldn't. Come on.
Okay. Alexandra Hart, female.
So far, it's right on.
7 pounds, 2 ounces. Born 5/35, November 21st, 1955. Oh, no.
What's the matter?
November 21st. I always thought my birthday was November 22nd.
What's the difference?
Well, it makes me a Scorpio instead of a Sagittarius. All these years I've been reading the wrong astrology forecast.
Gee, when we hired you, we thought you were a Sagittarius. You gotta think twice about this.
Mother, Augusta Swan Hart. Occupation, artist.
Oh, wow.
And I thought about myself as different.
Well, now that you have their names, what's our next step?
I don't know. Your friend said they don't live in Greensboro anymore.
If your father was a printer, I'd try the printers union.
Thanks, Liz. Very helpful.
Sure.
Maybe they still live somewhere in the South. I have a connection in Nashville.
Why would you think they're still in the South with the way people move around in America? Forget I said anything.
Father's a good angle. Also, I know a guy who works on a Memphis paper. We can call and ask him to check the city directories and phone books.
Suppose you do find your parents. What are you gonna do then?
I don't know. I guess I'll just decide that when the time comes.
Arthur, I have checked everywhere around Atlanta. There's no Augusta Hart, there's no Augusta Swan, and the only Frederick is 22 years old. He plays rhythm guitar in a rock group, and he is no relation.
Thank you, Susanna. Keep trying, will you? I checked the yellow pages. Remember, he was a printer.
I have checked the yellow pages. There is nothing under Hart.
Well, maybe it's not under his name. Maybe he works in the back shop of your own paper.
Arthur, do you know how many printers there are in Atlanta? Oh, Arthur, I know that we go back a long way, so I tell you what I'm going to do for you. Better still, I'll get an turn to do it. It'll be good training.
Thank you, Suzanne. I owe you one.
You owe me more than one, Arthur Donovan. But, Lou, that's the lead.
Oh, you can start the story one graph down, says the same thing.
Then you don't have the part about these street vendors losing their livelihood.
But the point is, they're posing a health problem. That's what you say here.
It's a story about free enterprise.
It's a story about food poisoning.
I was the one who was there. I was the one who covered it. I know what the story is.
Yes, she is. Hang on a minute. Billy, it's for you. Nashville.
Oh, it's about Lisa. I gotta take that.
Fine, take it. You lose by default.
Billy, dear, I adore your outfit. Such fun. I would never have thought of putting those two colors together. No, I did it just for you, Corinne. I gotta take this. Now, darling, word has reached my ear that you and Lou and several of his favorites have supped together at an ever-so-tucked-away tiny Italian bar. I promised not to tell you. Hi, Riles. Billy, dear. Riles, could you hold on a second? Please, darling, don't make me put your feet to the... Ann Hart, H-A-R-T, or her husband, Frederick Allen Hart.
There must be a lot of hearts in Nashville, but let me try. So, Billy, when you coming out?
Oh, gee, Riles, I don't know. All I need is a hint. Just the name, address, and telephone number.
Look, it's Lou's secret restaurant. You put it in that column of yours, that's the end of it. And if he finds out I told you, that's the end of me.
Darling, my readers don't ruin restaurants. They make them.
Yeah, and the prices will go up.
If people have to worry about the prices, then they should eat at home. I know he found the place on his way home from Pasadena, so that means it has to be either Eagle Rock, Glendale, or the outer reaches of Burbank.
Well, it could be Anaheim. You know, Lou's sense of direction.
I rarely mention this, but I do keep an enemies list.
You know, maybe the Harts own property at that time. They'd be on the tax record, about 55. Okay, I'll check on that. How'd you do?
I got a proposal of marriage. And an invitation to visit Nashville and 2 passes for a date night at Disney World, but nothing else.
All right.
I still got my lines out, but so far I haven't...
I'd be doing a lot of other things.
With a mother named Augusta Swanhart, you could be an heiress who could show her appreciation to the people who helped her out.
Well, I do thank you. Don't thank us too quickly. We might be out of leads.
That's just the kind of defeatism we don't need around here. Come on, don't just sit there stuffing your faces. Think. Am I the only one interested in finding Lisa's mother?
You have a wonderful way of enlisting our support.
Oh, I don't know. I'd follow him anywhere. But I did have a thought. Lisa's 25 years old. What happens if we go back 25 years? That puts us in the early 50s. What does that do for us?
Howdy doody. Marilyn Monroe.
Ike, the Edsel, Joe McCarthy.
General MacArthur, Korean War.
That's it. The father might have been in the army.
Or he might not have been.
But we had a draft in this country then. Chances are he was registered. I'm calling Washington to see if it's on record.
That's terrific.
We'll see. Lisa, let's go. We gotta be in Covina in 30 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Thanks for this.
She's nice, isn't she? Really sweet.
Rossi, have you gone soft on the skirt?
I think he's kind of nuts about the dame.
Looking at me, he's blushing.
Come on, you guys.
Lou Grant will continue in a moment here on A&E.
What is this?
Well, that's from me, Charlie.
Department of the Army acknowledging your inquiry. Is this research for a story?
Kind of. Well, not really. I was curious about something.
Your curiosity is expensive. You know how much these...
Frederick Allen Hart. He took basic training in Fort Bragg, specialist of communications.
Really?
That's odd. He transferred to the infantry. It's usually the other way around. Korea, Pyongyang. He was awarded the Bronze Star for valor. Twice. He was killed in action.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I just met him, and already he's gone.
He died someplace called Hill 322, March 9th, 1952.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what it says. What's the matter?
That was 3 years before I was born.
Who told her?
Nobody I know would.
Hush, hush. Mario's Trattoria on Hyperion is the favorite of news persons on the prowl for sublime Italian food. Let this be our little secret. It's all open. Mario's parking lot will be full of Mercedes and people wearing purple cowboy boots. We discovered the place. Now we'll never be able to get in again.
I'm not surprised she did it. I just want to know how she did it. Who spilled the beans?
Good.
Hello.
How did you find Mario's? Who told you?
Nobody. You said you found it taking a shortcut home from Pasadena. I know where you live. I have a rough idea where Pasadena is, so I drove around till I found it. Peeling paint, faded awning, motorcycle repair shop next door, no valet parking. Really tacky. And I said to myself, this looks like Lou Grant.
I already placed this call to Charlottesville. You want me to forget it? Yes, this is Joe Rossi. Thanks for calling me back, Mr. Gossage. Look, I know this is a long shot, but we're trying to find an artist. A woman named Augusta Swan Hart. We have a hunch she might be living in the South. You do? Lisa. Someone's going to be getting on the phone, Mr. Gossage. Lisa Carruthers. She works with a newspaper.
Yes, I know Augusta Swan. What about her?
Well, we're interested in locating her.
Why is that, Mr. Rossi?
It's a personal matter.
I know there's a tendency on the part of people on the coast to feel that we are somewhat naive in this part of the country, but my guess is that there's a story here. Oh, you wouldn't be calling.
Mr. Gossage, may I say something?
Lisa, will you hold it up a second, okay?
I'm adopted, and I have reason to believe that Augusta Swan is my natural mother.
This is off the record, Gossage.
What you are telling me is intriguing. And maybe even a good human interest story. Our readers are big on that.
I told you this is not for publication.
Could you please tell me about my mother?
Well, she's prominent in local art circles. She used to teach at the university and, on occasion, still exists.
I thought you left already. Hi, Mom. No, I just had to type up some caption information for that stuff that I shot yesterday.
My good stationery. Oh, must be pretty fancy photos.
I'm sorry. It's all I could find.
Did you see where I left some sports magazines? I think they're up here.
Oh, I saw them on the shelf. Since when did you get interested in baseball?
Oh, I'm not. This is for my remedial English class.
Whatever happened to the classics?
This is a World Series issue. It is a classic. See you for dinner.
Bye, Mom. Well, I did it.
Yeah, did what?
Wrote to my sister in Charlottesville.
Why didn't you just write to your mother?
Oh, well, I was afraid to do that. You know, Mr. Gossett said that she wasn't in the best of health. It could be quite a shock.
Not the most convincing excuse I ever heard.
Well, it's easier for me this way, okay? Except for one thing.
Yeah?
I'm afraid to mail it.
Why? How else we ever get to meet her?
Maybe I better go back to work.
Oh, sure, fine. Gee, after all the time we put in, just forget about it.
Look, Joe. Maybe I'll get into something bigger than...
If you don't go through with this now, you will have a question in your life you'll never be able to resolve.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, that's a good speech, Mrs. Pinton. I like the sentiment.
Mr. Grant, you haven't said anything.
Is this for before dinner or after?
After.
Be nice if you ended on a little transportation joke.
Transportation joke. Do you know a good transportation joke?
I do. It wouldn't work. It's about the subways. It's a little off color.
Well, if either of you can think of a nice, clean joke about buses, call me by 5. Oh, Mr. Grant.
Yes?
I understand you're the one who's discovered the restaurant everyone's talking about.
Mario's.
It's nice to know my city editor is a trendsetter.
Well, it's not much on atmosphere, but the food's terrific.
Matthew and I used to love to find little restaurants nobody else knew about.
How'd you like to try it?
Is this an invitation to dinner?
Sure. Why not?
I will. Bye. You seen Lisa? She got a long-distance phone call.
I think she's still on that ticket scalping story with Billy. They should be back.
Someone just called for her from Virginia, Charlottesville.
That's still going on? I haven't heard about it for a couple of days.
Ticket scalpers are not the most articulate people I've ever interviewed, but I should be able to squeeze 4 graphs out of it. At least I got some cards.
There's a message for you, Lisa.
It's from Charlottesville. My sister. You okay?
What's going on?
Lisa just got a call from Charlottesville. You want to use my phone?
Billy, do you mind? We'll use Lou's office. Caleb?
Whatever you say, Rossi.
Oh, thanks, operator. I'll wait. Hello? Is this Bess Gresham?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Lisa. I mean, an aunt.
I just can't believe this.
I know.
Lisa, I'm glad you wrote to me instead of to Mother. She isn't well. She's living with us, you know. We'll tell her as soon as we can.
Tell her that her daughter...
Coming through. Thank you. a few minutes. That was nearly an hour ago.
I don't think it'll be much longer. We are next. Those people are ready to leave.
I'm sorry about this.
It's quite all right. I'm sure the food is worth the wait.
Hey, Mario, how are we doing on our table, huh? We are next, right?
Oh, no, you're not next. We're next.
Oh, no, you're mistaken. I saw you come in after we had been here.
Well, I'm just outside parking the car. She was here before both of you.
No, I distinctly saw this young lady come in when I was here. Mr. Grant was parking the car, but we really are next.
The hell you are. That table's mine, and I'm going to get it.
Come on, fella, let's not get this way. It's dinner time. We came out for a pleasant evening.
Yeah, then stop making such an issue of it, huh? Take gravity, Rain.
I'm sorry, Mr. Grant. Please be patient. The next table will be yours.
Good. Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
Lou, you know the story I did about boat builders who had to close down out here and how some of them had to move back to the southeast?
Yeah.
I talked to one of those guys in Norfolk, Virginia yesterday. It got me to thinking about transplanted Californians going back east, sort of a reverse migration. You think there might be a story in that?
Probably not. Norfolk, that would be about a couple hours' drive from Charlottesville.
Charlottesville? Oh, yeah. You mean the place where Lisa's mother's from?
It'd be about 2 hours from Norfolk. Rossi, if you want to take off for a few days and go back with Lisa, do it. You've got some time coming.
This could turn into a story.
No, it won't. There's no way. So stop making excuses, and if you like the girl, go.
Thanks.
Marie and I was at Mario's last night.
Oh, lucky you.
I was lucky to get a table without getting into a fist fight.
Well, it's good to know that Mario is doing so well.
He's doing rotten. The place was a mess. It was the least pleasant experience I've had in an Italian restaurant since Anzio.
Don't hold back, dear. Let me know what it was really like.
Well, it was impossible to get served. You couldn't get into the joint. The place was swamped with people, and he's not equipped to handle that. Why don't you stay on your own side of the paper, you restaurant wrecker?
You mean it's gone downhill since the article appeared?
Like Jack and Jill.
Good heavens, that's just awful.
Well, see what you've done to poor Mario?
Poor Mario, poor me. It's my reputation. It's the last plug I'll ever give him.
You nervous?
Can we just drive around the block a couple of times?
It's too late. Look.
Bess? Hello, Lisa. Welcome. I don't believe it. Oh, your hands are as cold as mine. This is kind of unreal, isn't it? I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Joe Rossi.
Oh, forgive me. This is Joe Rossi. Hi, how do you do? I'm Bess Gresham, Lisa's sister. Bess? Bess? I keep forgetting to give you back this pan. Thanks, Lorraine. I want you to meet someone. This is my sister, Lisa Crothers, and her friend, Mr. Rossi. How do you do? We'll have a nice visit. It's nice meeting you all. It's a lovely house. Maybe you'd like...
Endings to Lou Grant.
Did you see this review in the tempo section?
Which one? The movie that was excruciating, the art exhibit that was uninspired, or the concert that was lackluster?
The restaurant that was the pits. Dwight Harris is dining out, pal. He warned the world to stay away from your friend Mario's at Eagle Rock. Said he couldn't figure out what all the fuss was about.
There wouldn't have been a fuss except for that damn Corinne. It's just a nice little neighborhood place that never meant to be anything that it wasn't. And she ruined it. Is that why you want to see me?
Oh, actually, it was about Rossi. I wanted to tell him I liked his Navy story. It occurred to me I hadn't seen him for a few days. Is he sick?
No, he just took some vacation. He went to Charlottesville with Lisa. He felt she shouldn't face it alone.
You know, there could be a story in that.
What? Rossi caring enough about a girl to do something nice for her?
What I'm thinking. We have done stories on the rights of parents who adopted children who are afraid that the natural mother might change her mind and come after them.
Yeah, but we've also done stories about adoptees and their right to find out about their backgrounds.
Right. But there's still something more intriguing that we haven't done.
What?
What about the natural mother who gave up her child? Now, doesn't she have the right to privacy? She made the decision. Shouldn't she be left alone?
She's in the living room. Go on in. Mother? Mother, I'm Alexandra.
Yes. Yes, I see that you are.
Beth showed me a picture of you at my age. We look so much alike. I'm so glad to see you. I know that this is difficult, but you don't know how long I've looked for you, thought about you, the years I've wondered who you were. And now, there's so much I want to know about you, about your life, your work as a painter. Your paintings are beautiful. Did Bess tell you that I'm a photographer?
She mentioned something about that, yes.
Can you tell me about my father? Who was he? Did you love him? It must have been so hard for you. Poor mother.
Get your hands off me. You get away from me. Who are you? You have no right to be here. I made a mistake 25 years ago. Must I be reminded of it now?
Come on, see where is it?
You sure they're still open?
Dinner crowd probably hasn't come in yet.
At 8 o'clock?
They say the chic people don't dine before 10.
If we sit down now, we can probably squeeze in a dinner before they get here.
I guess we can take our pick.
So you're the man that made Mario's what it is today, huh?
Say it up. Say it up. Do you have a reservation?
Hi, Mario. How's it going?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. This is wonderful. What customer?
That's my cousin Benedetto. The cup at that, huh?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I guess the review in our paper is what did it.
That wasn't fair. We know how good your food can be.
Listen, business was booming. I was thinking about to expand the kitchen and to add on another room. And I think to myself, wait a minute. This is what I came out here to get away from. Then your review came out and they saved me from success. Now the new customers are gone, the older customers are back, and it's what it used to be.
What do you recommend? Is there a special of the day?
For you people, everything is special. Order whatever you like. Saltimbocca, Vil Marsala, Songili Siciliano. My kitchen is a...
Sorry I dragged you all that way for nothing.
It wasn't for nothing. You got a sister out of the deal.
That's right.
So, how you feeling now?
Disappointed? A little rejected, maybe. She said I was her mistake. You want to know something? She's my mistake. I should never have gone after her. I guess I expected a real sentimental reunion. Mother and daughter rushing.
Hi, Charlie.
Morning, Rossi.
How's everything been?
Fine.
I mean, since I've been away.
You been away?
Yes, it's Tuesday.
No kidding.
Hi, Rossi. I'm really sorry I couldn't get back sooner. I must have really put you in a bind 3 days without me.
No, you're all fine.
Hi, Lou.
Where have you been, Rossi? Are you working for us or not? How the hell are we supposed to put out a paper with everyone taking off on me? Take this garbage and see if you can make some sense out of it. You got 10 minutes.
Okay, Lou.
Assumes the identity of a shady charmer.
Rock Hudson and Susan St. James star in Macmillan and Wife, next on A&E.